All right, boys, I am actually 5 sets deep into this lift. Whew, feeling big. But chest and back, what I'm doing today is I'm supersetting all my chest with my back movements. I did this last week, doing this for the next 6 weeks. So I'm doing bench and neutral grip pull-ups. I'm also doing a wave load protocol. So real quick, wave load, it's 6 total sets. It's a descending rep scheme, 7-5-3, 7-5-3. So one wave is 3 sets. The second wave is sets 4 through 6. The goal is on the second wave, sets 4 through 6, is to go heavier than what you did on the first wave. For example, what I've done today, I did 300 for 7 on bench, 320 for 5, 340 for 3, and then I just did 320, what I hit? No, 310 for 7, so 10 pounds heavier, 330 for 5, so 10 pounds heavier. Now I'm about to go 350 for 3, and then pull-ups, I've been doing the same thing where I'm going heavier. So wave loading, great protocol. Some I'm using, I did this same rep scheme last week, and I'm just adding 10 pounds from what I did the previous week. And I'm gonna continue rolling with this. Next week, I'll decrease the reps, do that for 2 weeks, and then weeks 5 through 6, I'll decrease the reps again. Great rep scheme. I talked more about it in my last video if you're interested, but yeah, 5 sets deep, feeling pretty good. Weights are moving really good. I want to jinx it because the last set is gonna be pretty heavy, 350 for 3. I've hit it before, but it takes a lot, so I'm excited for that. But man, I love supersetting chest and back. I used to always superset chest and back, and then I kind of went away from it the last like year and a half. But I like the back and forth. It's kind of fun. And again, it's not like they're imposing on one another. It's not like I'm here to try to break a sweat or anything. It's just like when you're training your chest, your back's rested. When you're training your back, your chest rested. So it's a fun little mix up to do. So definitely getting really focused on my strength with the bench, the pull up, my 2 compounds. That's why I'm wave loading it. But yeah, 5 sets in. Let's get this last one, boys. All right, we got set 6 here. 350 locked and loaded, boys. Let's rip it. Let's go. Boom. Ooh. All right, hell yeah. All right, moving on from those 6 sets. That took quite a bit of time, but again, it's strength work. So like I'm resting probably like 4 to 5 minutes in between each superset. And the time in between doing the bench and the chin-ups probably like 30 seconds to a minute, however long it takes me to get over there, put shock on and put the belt on. But I'm really happy with that. I hit all 6 sets, all the reps I wanted, 753, 753, had 350 for 3 on bench, 95 for 3 on chin-ups, so pretty good. So this is the second week of doing that rep scheme, 753, 753. 10 pounds heavier than the previous week. Next week, I'm gonna go to 642, 642, and I'll do that for 2 weeks. And what I'll do is the last 3 sets I ended on today, that's what I'm gonna start with next week. But again, I'm doing 1 less rep, and then I'm gonna add 10 pounds. Hopefully this all makes sense. I know I've explained wave loading quite a bit in the last, but it is kind of confusing. But if you just type in wave loading on YouTube or Google, there's a lot of good articles that explain it good. So now we're going 4 sets, incline bench, neutral grip. So I'm kind of going to neutral grip, just a different variation. I usually always go like the pronated grip, and these dumbbells are kind of wide, so I get nice and deep. And I'm going to superset that with a chest-supported dumbbell row over there on the Pritchard pad. And yeah, 4 sets, 8 to 10, just going every set until I can't go and no more. Using the same weights I did last week, trying to progress by adding reps this week. So last week on this, I believe I did 9, 8, 8, 8. And then on that I hit 4 sets of 9. So I got 9 the first set, 10 there. So again, progressive overload, you can add weight. Or even if you add a rep, say last week you did 4 sets of 9, this week you do a set of 10 and then 3 sets of 9. Guess what? That's 1 more rep than you did the week before. That's progressive overload. So sometimes it's just small little things like that. So yeah, hit this. This is set 2. We'll do 4 total sets here. Feeling good, boys. Stretch, squeeze. All right. I was set 2. I'm gonna do 2 more. Big thing on these, both these movements, incline bench with that neutral grip, trying to get around the pec, big stretch, and then on this, I really think about stretching, squeezing. Obviously, I know a lot of people don't have these pads, so you could just do it literally on the same bench you're benching with, 30-degree incline, you just flip it back and forth. That should be an easier way to do it, more space efficient. But if you have one of these pads, it's freaking sweet. Oh, a little twisted there. Ooh, it's fun, boys. Good pump. All right, so finishing after the 4 sets there, love that superset. Last superset of the day, we are going cable fly and a straight arm pull down. So fly variation, isolate the lats. Pump has been unreal. Strength has felt great today. Just a great lift. But this is my last set. I'm doing a descended rep scheme, so I'm doing 12, 10, 8. And I'm just adding 10 pounds each set essentially for both of them. It's been awesome. Essentially 0 reps in reserve. Like I'm feeling the last reps are perfect weight. Go last set here though, finish off this pump. Oh, I love lifting weights, fellas. I freaking love it. Oh. Ooh. Alright boys, just trying to figure out how to hold my camera while I'm doing this. I was trying to set up in the cart, but wouldn't work. So let's hold it, you know, that's all that matters. But we're starting off in the fruits and veggies section, because it's the first part of the grocery store. Honestly, I usually just have one fruit. I go through rotation, and right now it has just been a nice classic banana. So usually have like 1 or 2 of these pre-workout, super simple carb. Yeah, so I usually get 1 thing of bananas. I'll go through apple phases. Depending on the season. I'll get a nice honey crisp apple season. You can't beat it. But that's pretty much all the fruit I get. Let's look at the veggies. Veggies, I really like these like Taylor Farm salads right here. So obviously they have much different flavors. This one's pretty good. I like the Mexican one. What I will do with these is I'll weigh out the dressing, if that makes sense, because all the calories from it's pretty much in the dressing. And so for example, there's 3.5 servings here, 150 calories a serving. I'll literally take like half the bag, so it would be like 2.25 servings, and then I'll weigh out the dressing and do like half a serving of the dressing, if that makes sense. Because that's where all the calories come from. So, you know, because I don't really need that much dressing, so that's kind of what I do. But we'll get one of those. That should be good. All right, something you're probably gonna see in this grocery haul is a common theme is convenience. I don't love to cook, and anything that makes it a little easier works for me. So obviously a lot of stuff you could buy in bulk. For example, what I'm about to get is these already pre-cut fajita veggies. So you got the bell peppers and the onions. This is a absolute volume hack because I'll just cook this up with a little bit of oil, eat it with chicken or some sort of meat, and you get a ton of veggies here for like barely any calories. It being pre-cut is honestly a huge, helps me a lot because I hate cutting veggies, and it's so easy. They're already cut, throw it in the pan. But obviously, if you weren't lazy like me and you enjoy cooking, you just buy them in bulk. But Veggies, I feel like I haven't been eating enough veggies recently. It's really just because I don't feel like cutting them up and cooking them. So stuff like that, if it's already cut, easy game, easy volume, that and the salad. So that's probably all I'll get from the veggies in the fruit section. Let's get some proteins, boys. Get some bread. Oh, I got my eyes on this sucker right here. So sourdough bread every single morning. This one, Gold Miner Bakery. I don't know, is this a local bakery to Virginia? Probably is. I would assume that's what they do, but if you're in Virginia, no, okay, it's definitely not. Okay, so it might be in every grocery store, but this stuff is money. Usually have like 100 grams of it in the morning. It's just simple sourdough bread. This is like the favorite part. The boar's head's meat. Fellas, the maple glazed boar's head turkey is the best deli turkey. You know what? I need to get 2 of them because I run out so quick. I have like 3 to 4 ounces of that mixed with the eggs in the morning. I mean, 2 ounces of this right here is, I believe it's 60 calories, 14 grams of protein. So I had 4 ounces of that. It's another 28 grams of protein on top of the 3 to 4 eggs. That's how I get an easy 50 to 60 grams of protein in the morning. And that one, that honey maple with eggs, and then you throw a little honey, just a little drizzle of honey on top. Oh, it's game over, boys. It's freaking game over. With the sourdough, sign me up, boys. Sign me up. I'll tell you what, boys, I am a sucker for bread and like muffins and stuff, and I'm walking through this aisle right now. We got the fresh breads over here. We got the croissants. We got the donuts, boys. This is where I gotta stay away. You know, I never buy it, but it's fun to walk through and reminisce. All right, now we're in the meat section. For the meats, typically I roll with chicken, salmon, and ground beef. Ground beef's been a new one, but you know, I love freaking salmon. Now, I'm not gonna buy the salmon from here, as I should though, but the Whole Foods has a salmon that has a hold of my heart. And the reason I get it, it's definitely way more expensive, but the macros are just crazy because regular Atlantic salmon, for example, 4 ounces, 220 calories. I think it had 15 grams of fat, 22 grams of protein. The one at Whole Foods is like 160 calories, like 7 grams of fat, 25 grams of protein. So that's why I get it there. It's not the most cost efficient, but it's delicious and it's good for calories. But here, I will definitely load up on these boys. Big chicken thighs guy. Can't go wrong with the thighs. Skinless, boneless, 130 calories, 4.5 grams of fat, 22 grams of protein for 4 ounces. Get one of those, you know, season them up, throw them on the grill, and then let's stroll it over. Where's my ground beef, boys? Oh, I forgot they got this too. Uh-oh. All right, we'll grab the ground beef real quick. 93.7 Bob FM, right there. I'm a big 93.7 guy. 85.15, a little too fatty for me. And then anything above 93 is just too lean. So 93.7, get one of those. Actually, let's get 2 of those. Been on a big ground beef kick. I think I spoke too soon. I thought they usually have this like pre-cut steak with like fajita veggies, like essentially a steak fajitas already cut, and they don't have it today. Got my hopes up, but I already got the veggies, so we're good. All right, so typically I get all the protein on the outside of the aisle. So I got my chicken, my ground beef. Usually I get salmon. I got the turkey. Now I'm gonna go get some yogurt and eggs. Those are primarily pretty much all the sources of protein I get. Eggs and turkey in the morning, and I usually have yogurt before I work out or as a snack, and then chicken or beef or salmon for one meal, and then again, chicken, beef, or salmon for another meal. Sometimes I have shrimp or steak, but for the most part, just those 3 meats have kind of been the rotation I'm rolling with. Hey, guy, boys. Make sure you're okay. Let's load her up. Where are they? Usually get like a 30 count of eggs. I'll just go to this 18 count right here because I got some more. All right, eggs secured. We got the 24 pack right here. I usually have 4 eggs a morning, so that's the last 6 days, which is good. Big fan of eggs. I love eggs, boys. Whole eggs, can't go wrong. I'm in the yogurt section. Fellas, I just found something new. Oh, let's freaking rip. This is awesome. This right here is my favorite yogurt. I think they just started making it in tubs because I've been buying like the single cups forever. And usually I buy like 8 of them, so I have 2 of them a day. But hell yeah, boys, they got it in the tub now. This is my favorite. This one, I'm not a big non-fat Greek yogurt guy because I like a little bit of fat. So I think this has 2% milk. So there's 3 grams of fat, 20 grams protein per serving. That little extra fat, it makes it so much more creamier. So good. You have 2 servings of that, 280 calories, 40 grams of protein. Throw a little granola, a little honey in there, some love. I'm telling you boys, it's a great little pre or post-workout meal. All right, so we have secured our protein pretty much. We got morning, we got our turkey, we got our eggs, which I eat in the morning. We got usually Greek yogurt as a snack, and then chicken and ground beef here. And then again, the salmon I'll get. And now we need some carb sources. All right, now we'll start hitting the aisles. Look for some carb sources, but real quick, I'm going down the ice cream aisle because I want to show you guys this Halo Top. Halo Top's very hit or miss, but if you're looking for a low-cal ice cream, this one is not too bad. The Halo Top sea salt caramel, 300 calories for like a light ice cream, like, and this is on a light ice cream scale, I would give it like a 7.8 out of 10. It's pretty good. That one's pretty good. This one used to be my favorite, but the last time I had it, it didn't have, it used to have this like peanut butter cup middle, and the last one I had didn't have it, so I'm scared to buy it because I don't know if they remade it where it doesn't have it, but that one used to be pretty good. Mix is also good too. Low-cal ice cream. But they're starting to get higher in cal where they're like 340 to like 260. I like them. I've had like 2 the last couple of days. Like, that's something I want to start throwing in more is like the low-cal ice creams or like the Rice Krispie treats and stuff. I know in my last video I talked a lot about binge eating, and I love talking about like, you know, first off, I got great feedback from you guys. Like, I knew a lot of other people struggle with that, and that's something I try to do on this channel is try to be super transparent. Stuff I'm going through because, hey, what's the point of not being transparent? You know, that's a fun part of YouTube. That's why I like YouTube. You show the highs and lows. And so with binge eating, I feel like something that helps is like incorporating foods that I would say are unhealthy into my diet. That Rice Krispie treat, you know, maybe that low calorie ice cream. Stuff that I can fit in or be close to my calories to kind of remind myself, hey, like when you have 1 cookie, you don't have to have 17 cookies. You can just have 1 or 2 or 3 cookies. You know, you don't have to go all out because, you know, you could fit it in. And I think stuff like that where like almost forcing myself to have low calorie ice cream or even regular ice cream or like fried foods or like stuff like that, just Rice Krispie treats just to fit it in, to kind of like be like, look, you can fit this in your diet, and then when you have it, you don't have to have it in excess. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do more of. But let's go get some rice. Real quick stop for some toiletries. Fellas, who doesn't want to smell like a nice tea tree? I don't know what a tea tree is, but that kind of sounds nice. Nah, I gotta be gritty. Give me the Old Spice swagger. No, that's more college, Dylan. It's a little more sophisticated. I'm still gonna go Old Spice. That's where I usually go. Where's the Old Spice blue one? No, we might go Dove. All right, I'm looking at shampoos. I'm trying to find body wash. That's where I'm wrong. All right. Body wash, go the little Axe, that middle school Axe. You guys ever watch the, I'm gonna insert it because it's one of my favorite things, if I can find it, the double pits to chesty.
Adam's up. Did you see that? Double pitch to chesty. Double pitch to chesty. He killed it.
3 sprays to deodorant greatness. Learn the move at doublepitstochesty.com.
I used to do that all the time, man. I still kind of do it sometimes. It's kind of fun. Double pits to chesty. All right, here we go. All right, we're going Old Spice. Bear Glove. Nah, give me the Pure Sport. Give me the Pure Sport. This is usually my go-to body wash. I know it's maybe typical dude, but if you got any better ones, let me know. That one's pretty good. All right, side quest complete of getting the toiletries. We are onto our carbohydrates. Now, fellas, this is my Achilles heel right here. I know how much easier it would be to just buy a bag of rice, cook it in bulk in a rice cooker, and save myself a pretty penny. But again, I said common theme, I'm all about convenience. So I'm a huge 90-second bagged rice guy because usually I cook my meats in bulk, and then it's just easy to throw this in the microwave and have it warm. And I could just get a rice cooker and have the rice warm, but I'm not that smart. So I'm gonna get 3. We'll get 5. Nope, we'll get 7 of those. Yeah, boys, call me an idiot in the comments, please. Tell me I need to get a rice cooker because it's probably way more cost efficient. But we'll go 7 of the jasmine rice. This is my favorite one. Also, the cilantro one that they have is pretty good. Actually, you know what? The cilantro one they have is really good. We'll get 3 of the cilantro limes too. These ones, super, super good. I forgot about these, so definitely gonna have these. Usually have like 1 or 2 of these a day. This is my main carb source. Yeah, pretty much it's like bread and rice. I need to get on the potato game, but again, the rice is just convenient. You just throw it with any meal. It goes well with any meal, so I just stock up with the rice. Another carb source I really like is tortillas. Now I'll tell you one thing. I hate low-calorie tortillas. These things freaking suck. Carb balance tortillas, I hate them. I've tried them. They taste nothing like a tortilla. And so, honestly, I probably won't buy the tortillas from here. I'll probably get them from Whole Foods because they have this one tortilla that's like, it's a lot lower in calorie and it's super good. So I'll get those there, but that is another thing. I'm a big fan of tortillas, not the carb balance ones. Unless you like them, I think they don't taste anything like it, but teach their own. But tortillas, you can throw anything in literally, throw any meat and a veggie in a tortilla and just call it a burrito, I guess, and it's delicious. So tortillas, shout out tortillas. Something just caught my eye, and fellas, I am a sucker for this. Freaking pickles, boys. I love pickles. But there's like this sweet and spicy one I'm trying to find that goes so freaking hard. Where's that guy? Where are you at? He's hiding from me. He's scared. He's scared. Here we go. Sweet. They're hot and sweet. These things are money. I haven't had these in a minute, but again, I'll take this, put chicken, throw it in a little tortilla. Oh, get some honey mustard. That's what I'm gonna get. Low-cal honey mustard. I am a fan of low-cal sauce. Not a fan of low-carb or low-cal tortillas, but low-cal sauce. Because that's the thing. My sauce game is very weak. I'm not a saucy lad. That's kind of my problem. I'm the typical like insert meme of white guy with no seasoning. That's me. That's why I don't cook a lot. That's why I like buying meats and stuff pre-made. But sauce can be a game changer for a white guy like me who doesn't have any flavor. But I do like low-cal sauce because low-cal sauce tastes exactly like it in my head. Or maybe I just forgot what high-cal sauce tastes like. But sign me up. Oh, we got a little honey mustard. This is, I forgot how good these wraps are. You throw a little honey musty, a little sweet and spicy pickle, some chicken, maybe a little lettuce, throw it in there. It's a good wrap. So we'll get this, see if there's any other. I will throw in a little habanero sauce because I feel like you can't go wrong with this. Ooh, a little Guy Fieri. Guy Fieri. Let's, 15 grams of fat. See, that's where you lose is sauces. Like sauces, I mean, hey, no hate on Guy. Guy's the freaking legend. I'm sure the sauce is absolutely delicious, but 140 calories for a serving of sauce, not freaking worth it. But Guy Fieri, legend. Throw in a little fajita seasoning, just in case. Actually, we'll get 2 of those. I'm gonna make fajitas today. All right, as I mentioned, I'm a boring white guy who has no flavor. That's my problem. That's why I don't like cooking. That's why I like go to Chipotle, Cava, or getting meats already pre-made is because I get it. It's something I can learn is to like season. But man, I'll tell you what, I am the classic white dude with like the salt and pepper. So that'll be something to improve. All right, final carb run through. We went through the proteins. We added all the bags of rice. We got some seasonings, a couple energy drinks, but yeah, nothing crazy. All right, after all that shopping, I knew I was gonna end up at Cabo or Chipotle. They're both like right next to the grocery store because I knew I'd get hungry, and then if you get home and then cook it, it's much more easier this way. But I probably eat out. I eat out quite a bit. Probably once every 2 days or so. Again, I talk about convenience. I track all my calories and everything, and I usually go to like a Cava, Chipotle. There's like these other bowl spots called like Meza, Roots, kind of more regional, and that's because they have the nutrition calculator, and they're actually like, as far as their scooping, I know people complain about Chipotle, they give you less food now, but if you do track your calories there, it's kind of nice because they give you like a legit serving of what it's tracked. Because usually you go to Chipotle and like, can I have rice, and they'll give you like 4 scoops of it, and then you're like, now I have to quadruple it. Usually they give you like pretty close to what they put on the app for the calories, so that's pretty good. But Kava here, what I've been getting at Kava, I'll get, first off, the lady looked at me like I'm psychotic, because what I do is I get no greens or no rice, and I just get a scoop of tzatziki, and then I get double steak, which I will say, Kava is pricey AF. Chipotle, if we're talking CPDs, calories per dollar, or PPDs, protein per dollar, Chipotle, not even close. It's like $12 for double meat. This was like 24. So double meat here is super expensive, but I get the steak here because the steak's the leanest one. Their chicken here is really fatty, but the steaks are leanest protein. But anyways, back to it. I'll get tzatziki, double steak, and then I just get I run the rack, baby. I run the rack on the veggies. I just get everything on the veggies. Literally, I got every single veggie. I get the roasted veggies. I get literally corn, pickled onions, cucumbers, fiery broccoli, olives. I started adding olives, so we got it all. So this meal is like 620 calories, like 50 plus grams of protein, not a lot of carbs, and it's not like I'm anti-carbs, it's just because this meal I can get so much volume with veggie, I don't really need rice, it's just gonna be more food, and I'll save my carbs for later. So I will say Kava, although being super expensive, if you're a veggie guy, it is a volume hack because you get so much. Like this bowl right here, 600 calories for this is pretty damn good. So look at that, just veggie and meats. Oh yeah. All right, boys, we are back at the gym. I am doing some cardio right now, and what I got, 30 minutes of an incline walk. So this has been a new addition to the arsenal. I say new, but I've kind of been doing it for the past like 8 months. But if you know me, my cardio used to always be, or my conditioning used to always be like super high intensity stuff, like interval runs, tempo runs, assault bike sprints, all that stuff. And I love that stuff. And it's not like I'm getting rid of it. I'll have it. But for this period of time, with my main focus really being on my strength, good hypertrophy with my 6 lifts a week, my wave loading, getting my bench, squat, deadlift, overhead press, chin up, back up, and then also sprinting once a week. I'm doing this about 4 times a week for 30 minutes. And it's because I'm also trying to cut. I am technically trying to cut, but it's really, I'm just trying to get back to my weight that I was kind of before the last couple of months with all the binge eating. So it's really just reestablishing my nutrition. And I think my body weight will just go back down to kind of normal weight, which will obviously be in a slight deficit, but that's kind of the goal right now. So my goal with this training block is really a big strength hypertrophy focus. For 6 weeks, I know it might not make sense. I'm cutting while I'm doing it. It's kind of counterproductive, but I say cutting, it's almost like I'm getting back to a normal weight, if that makes sense. So incline walks, they did super nice. There it goes, 30 minutes. I popped this sucker up to a 12.5 degree incline, about 3.2, 3.3 miles per hour. Nothing too crazy, but gets my heart rate like around 130. And I just chill for 30 minutes, and then I try to get my steps in. Another thing I do a lot of, and the reason I'm doing this is a lower intensity. That's not going to impede on my lifts. So my lifting's my main focus. I want to be fresh each day for my lifts. If I do lifts, I'll feel fine the next day. Whereas I went out and did hard assault bike tempo run, I would have to recover from that, and that would start impeding on my lifts. So again, those will be back in probably in my next block of training when I start prioritizing conditioning again. But for right now, strength, power, hypertrophy focus. So just doing lower intensity stuff. So 30 minutes here. Another thing is I try to hit around 12 to 15,000 steps a day. 12,000 is my minimum. I get closer to 15, and that's what I try to do. So I walk a lot, and then this adds 6 steps. So it's a win-win. So I'll hit this, and then also hit some reps. Oh yeah. All right, I'll wrap the video up here. Appreciate everyone who watched. Hopefully do more of these vlogs, so let me know if you like them. Like, we're just now working out other stuff in there. But anyways, stack the damn days. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.